Okay, so another video. This video is going to be kind of about my vintage engines I like to run on my small stuff, my 110 scale stuff. So, yeah, anyways, these are engines I've collected that are, a lot of them are new and never been run, a lot of them are old and going to be rebuilt. But, okay, so here we go. Obviously, you guys have seen my OS 15 CV Hyper, which you guys have probably seen the fuck enough of. Then here we have brand new, never been started, 15 CVX OS, blue head obviously. These are some of my favorite motors from the 90s and in early 2000s. They just run so good. They're not overly powerful, but they just reliable. You know what I mean? Reliable, very well made, last forever. Okay, moving on, we have a brand new Orion Wasp 18. These are pretty freaking rare. This one is also brand new and never been started. If it looks wet, it's just because it's soaked in after oil, because this engine was not really stuck, but just very tight to turn over, so I just soaked it in after oil, inside and out a little bit, just to keep everything, nice and free. But that's going to be a good one right there. And over here, which I'm still waiting on parts for, we have a Dynamite 12S. I have a brand new crankshaft for this engine, a brand new piston and sleeve, new connecting rod. I have bearings on the way, a pull starter on the way too, because I'm missing mine. You know what I mean? It's this engine, when I got it, it had been run without the air cleaner. It had sucked up a pebble, I'm guessing, and it had damaged the piston badly. Because there's a big dent in the top of the piston and it had no compression anymore. But luckily, the combustion chamber was okay. So that guy's going to come back here. There will be more video on that. Moving on, you guys have seen my RC10 GT. It's got different tires on it now, but you guys have seen that. And then here we got this little guy. This is a little OS 12 CVX. Just a great running little motor. I mean, this engine's from 1995 and it's original, and it still has good compression and runs good. And especially with that little 360 Stinger pipe on there. Fuck, man, you can't beat the sound of that. It just sounds awesome. Yeah, so that's it. You can see the underside is like freaking brand new. I got this truck almost for free. And over here, I know I'm missing my exhaust coupler. It's not the right pipe or manifold, but it works for this little RS4. Here is my RS4 2. Not a super, but an all-wheel drive 2-speed, as you can see. And in here we have the original 15FE engine made by HPI, but the problem is that there's no piston kit available for it anymore, and it had no compression, so we're trying to find a place to have a pinch done. But in the meantime, a friend of mine actually had a Duratrax 12 Torque 12 top end laying around that was brand new in the package. And he said he can have it. So I took it, and lo and behold, it fit this motor. Perfectly. Fit the sleeve, everything. The porting was the same. The head bolted right up, no problems. And you can see, hang on a minute. It's got like new compression. That's perfect. I haven't started it yet, but this engine has new bearings, new crankshaft, new connecting rod, wrist pin, and piston kit. The carburetor, I was lucky enough to find a new one because my old one had a big crack in the side of it. Back plate, starter shaft, one-way bearing, pull starter is all brand new. All new old stock parts. This guy here is also getting rebuilt. I did actually manage to find, amazingly enough, a top end for it, which was kind of a little bit more than I wanted to pay, but I did find one. And it's going to get rebuilt. That's also going to be on video. And I got a brand new piston kit, wrist pin, crankshaft, connecting rod, both bearings, starter shaft, back plate, pull starter, new glow plug, carburetor kit. everything I could possibly get because I want to keep these little OSs going. They're just a fantastic motor. And back to this guy for a minute. It has it's got low compression, let's face it, it's worn out. And it's got some slop in the connecting rod and whatnot. But what I'm going to do is I did manage to go to my local hobby shop, and the guy actually happened to have a piston kit and connecting rod laying around with a set of bearings. And he said I could basically have it for a really good price. So I'm going to go back later on and go pick that up, and there will be a rebuild video of this guy here. So that's just some of my vintage glow engines, or nitro engines, whatever you want to call it. You know, 50, well, it's a 12 FE now, but regardless, it's still lots of jam for what this little car weighs, hardly anything at all. So got the HPI, old OS 12, Dynamite 12S, Orion Wasp 18, OS 15 CVX, Bluehead, and the OS 15 CVX Hyper. Yeah, look at all that. I love my vintage stuff, it's great. Yeah, sure, it's not the fastest out there, but you know, it's still really fucking cool when you have people walk up to you and go, man, I haven't seen one of those since I was a kid 25 years ago. You know? So, anyhow, just thought I'd make this little video, share it with everybody. Anyways, take it easy, guys. Rock on.